G'day folks and welcome to Big VTV. Great to have your company. Finals time. We're on the couch. One man scored 3 on the weekend. One lady did bugger all. But anyway, we're here. We're here
I
to
had 2 foul shots.
Oh, dear?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Nice
Right,
work.
yeah, no, nice work. Great work. Yeah, team did really well down there. But anyway, big stories, big stories. None bigger. None bigger.
The McKinnon Cougars, their soaring victory over the Warrandyte Venom. The little town by the Yarra was shut the up, and we've put ourselves into contention, and we're up and about. Dean Aitken was very quiet on Saturday night.
So big stories this week. Getting back to the script after that rubbish.
I'll be back.
Mildura men gone.
Oh.
Tim Pickett's going to join us tonight over the phone.
Yeah.
Over the phone. The Farmers, big win. That is massive story.
You couldn't have tipped that.
Upset of the season.
Oh, don't stop. Don't stop.
Eltham, state champ women. We're down by 13 at 3/4 time. Got up in OT over Waverley. Now that is a big story.
I do agree. I think the experience of Eltham shone through and through at the end.
Waverley are pretty experienced, aren't they?
Are they chokers down at Geelong changing tact? Are they chokers down at Geelong? Yes or no? Melbourne Uni's done them again 5 times in 7 games.
Monkey team.
Monkey team.
I told you.
Team.
Well, they're looking like they're choking
Well,
at the moment.
Geelong was taken to the zoo. There's no doubt about that. Big stories, serious stories, serious stories. Amanda Hedricks at Mildura, we believe, has a very serious knee injury. That is not good news.
This is not good for her personally and also for her team.
Foul shooting misery. We'll talk more about Amanda a little bit later on. Foul shooting misery.
Shower fooding.
It's terrible. It is woeful in the competition. Last week across all games, finals, best of the best,
Yep.
61.5%, not good enough.
Yeah, they're on a little boat and they couldn't hit water, mate.
Come on, call them all out because it's not good enough.
Oh, well, I agree. You got to make them down the stretch, especially. It hasn't even been that good during the regular season, and especially during finals. Step up to the plate, make some damn free throws. Waverley youth women on notice as
Terrible.
well.
McKinnon.
And Jason Twerdy McKinnon, he shot like one of 8.
McKinnon men, one of the worst teams out there. Hey, big crowds week 1 in the finals.
Got it done.
Big crowds, great. Big crowds.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic.
Who cares about Twerdy and his dunk?
You know, it was so quiet in Warrandyte. You could have heard a rap.
Oh, you can't say that.
You could have. You could. Come on, mate.
Oh man, we've got to start again. You can't.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh my God, that was great!
Keep going, keep going. Best game of week 1.
You can't say that.
Champ women. Let's go.
You can't say that.
You can. You said way worse about the army and stuff.
Best games of week 1. What was your best game?
My best game?
Yes, you.
Oh,
Don't say McKinnon.
No. Youth 1 men. Melbourne, Diamond Valley beat Melbourne in OT. It was like hit a shot with on the buzzer to send it in overtime, but DV got it in the end. Pull yourself together.
Ads, yeah, you'll be doing some pulling around here, mate. Best game of week 1.
I think the best game was actually the overtime game between Waverley and Eltham. I don't think, women. I don't think anyone really thought that Waverley would get that close. So I think that was the best game.
If anyone cares, do you care what my best game of week 1 was?
Not particularly.
What's that? Was it Warrandyte?
Well, no, it's got to be Horsham. Horsham.
Oh, yeah.
Pickers and the boys. That is a fantastic win. That is easily the biggest upset of the season. Best game of week 1.
Yep.
Worst game, worst performance of week 1.
Don't stop. There's still a Tim Picket, I think.
Worst performance.
Yeah, Mildura Heat, mate. They were shambles.
Terrible.
Like, really, from what I've played them, and they're a very difficult unit. Jermaine Williams probably picked the wrong time to play his worst game of the season, unfortunately.
6 points. Not good enough.
Credit to the Hornets. They obviously did a good job on him.
Worst performance of week 1?
Seeing I probably have to pick a girls' game, I don't actually think there was any bad games in the first round of finals.
None.
Not one.
None whatsoever. What about state champ women Ringwood?
That's right.
What about them?
I don't think it was a bad performance.
Get
Come on.
smashed.
Terrible.
Yes.
What about the best individual performance of week 1? Best individual performance.
Everyone's probably going to expect me to say Stacey Barr here with 39 points.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
But most people probably would, but we're expecting that from her.
Full point.
I'd probably say Jacqueline Kiddo
Yes,
from
yes.
Eltham's championship women's
Stepped
side.
up.
Played some big minutes and top scored for her team with 14 points.
Did very well. Now, before you steal my thunder, young man, because I know you're going to, it wasn't all about points, as we just said with Jackie Kiddo.
Yep.
Luke Solomon.
Oh, wow.
Solly. 7 triples
Yep.
against Keezy
Yep.
for Blackburn D2 men.
We saw it firsthand.
I tell you what, it was one of the best individual performances of the season. His team was down.
Yeah.
His team was out. They looked done and dusted. Solly, bang, bang, bang. 7 of them. Anyway, he was
Yeah, I was gonna
fantastic.
say.
He was fantastic. What about your best individual performance?
Oh look, there was a couple of guys I was looking at: Sam Eyre, Callum Chambers, Axel Dance, Timmins. You could probably go with some of those sort of guys. They've all played really well. Nat O'Hara, Ben Risman, all the above. Yeah, they all played really well and got the job done against
Self-indulgence, young man. Self-indulgence. Is it one of the 7 deadly sins?
One down.
Because you're loaded up, young man.
We have 3 wins to go.
State champ, man, let's get stuck into it, shall we? There's enough crap going on around here. I'll give you the tip right now. Eltham 103 defeated Ringwood 85. Greer, Tregar, Sturt combined for 71. All done and dusted. Ringwood will not go past this Saturday.
Yeah, no, I don't think they will either. There's
Can't play defence.
Yeah, I know. Well, since when haven't they? Like, that's what they're known for.
What are you shaking your head for?
What, is that wrong?
They can't play defence.
that
They
wrong?
refuse to play at the defensive end. Call them out.
They look like
calling
this.
them
They
out.
conceded
What pitch is that?
103. All they want to do is shoot, Alison. You know it. Can they get up this week? Can they beat Eltham twice this weekend?
Yes, they can.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Cool.
Eltham led by as much as 30 in that game, by the way. 59 three-pointers put up in
Jerry.
the game. Oh,
Jerry.
Jeez, they loved that, didn't they? I'll tell you what, Daryl Corletto was not happy with some close checking.
Oh.
Made a comment on Facebook.
What was that?
After the game.
Yep.
Thought the game resembled a UFC cage match, so I'm told. Look out this week. That should be a ripper.
Round 2.
And I'll tell you what,
Ding.
Sturdy finally delivered 23 and 12, his biggest points haul of the season.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think he was just waiting for the right time, mate. It's time to shine. Sturdy, there you are.
Wildcats or
Bang.
Hawks?
Fantastic.
Wildcats or Hawks?
Oh, Hawks. Jokes. All jokes.
Wildcats.
Wildcats.
We need to go on to state champ men, the second game, Werribee and Sherbrooke. And Werribee, how good am I going?
Yeah, good. Waverley.
Waverley and Sherbrooke, it was all about Ivan the Destroyer.
Yeah, well, there he is. Finals time. Ivan comes flying through, 26 points. You probably didn't even notice he did it, but he finished with a nice little stat line, mate.
Now, I'll tell you what, Sadell Thread and Jonathan Lee, did I see them out at dinner every night for the past few days?
Yeah.
What's going on between those two?
I think they went up to a Rangers in Monbulk after the game and
Something's not right.
had a nice meal. So, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm glad things are going well between those two. Let's see what happens this weekend. Amazingly, in this game, both teams finished with a higher field goal percentage than they did a free throw percentage.
That's what you were talking
They
about.
were terrible from the line.
Oh man, that's
Terrible.
Awful. That's awful.
52 to 39, or 52 to 29, sorry, middle quarters, and it was all done and dusted. Waverley won it through the mid patch.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, I think despite Sherbrooke's awesome form, Waverley are a very, very good team.
Is the fairy tale finished?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Dusted.
Yeah,
all over.
Saturday night too.
Okay, fair enough. State champ women, Eltham 67 defeated Waverley 58 in OT. The Wildcats 13 points down at three-quarter time. Fiona Richards, God bless her, missed 2 shots in the last 11 seconds for Waverley to win. Eltham with 5 players in double figures. We said Jackie Kiddo, a great game. The backup guard did a very, very good job. Waverley's defence had restricted Eltham to just 28 points in 3 quarters, and then after that, the Wildcats went on a 39-17 run in the final 15 minutes.
And I guess the big four, Sharp, Carr, Hibbert and Grimer Florence were all kept to less than 11 points for the game, which is a great achievement for the Falcons defence. But I think that's going to be the closest game of the series. I think Eltham are going to go home and let loose.
Yep, bang, no doubt about it. One team that will surely let loose this weekend is Melbourne. They've got the wood over Ringwood, there's no doubt about that. Home by 19, Melbourne 67, Ringwood 48. They've beaten them 3 times in the last month. Ringwood shot at 25% in this game.
Ooh.
Ashley Herons and Elise Hammonds, very, very good for Melbourne. Katie Shanahan with 17 points for Ringwood. You busted.
I don't think so, but this is another game where the big stars from Ringwood were contained.
They were.
Andrea Vegan only had 4 points and Nash finished with 11.
Did you say Andrea Vegan?
Is she
we call her Bean. We call her Bean. We don't use last
Is she
names.
vegan?
No,
Is she
she's not
vegan?
a vegan.
Tash
She eats
Nash
everything.
Galatz, well held.
Yeah, well held, only with 11 points. But I think
How'd
Melbourne.
Dunkley Smith go?
She went none from 3, 2 from the foul line. No, but I think this is, with Melbourne actually winning the last game of the regular season against us, I think that put a really good edge over what we had.
At least they knew to focus their down.
I want you to answer a question for me seriously, because I've written about this week as well. Answer it seriously for me. No mucking around, ads.
Yeah.
No cotton jokes, right? Melbourne or Waverley. The fact of the matter is, Ringwood would have much preferred to play Waverley in the semis, wouldn't they? Come on.
I do agree that we match up better against Waverley. Yes,
you were
we do.
scared of Melbourne, weren't you?
We're not scared of Melbourne. We just need to work a little bit harder to get those wins.
D1 men, love it. We've got her on the ropes. Melbourne Uni and Geelong. Melbourne Uni 95, Geelong 79. And I'll tell you what, Hutchie and the boys, Reardon can put away 37, the pigskin kicker, and you still can't win the game. The rotator cuff dominated. Melbourne Uni have it all over Geelong for some reason.
No, I don't know what it is.
No.
You know, as I said last week, I thought without Masunda and Norton to bail them out, they'd be...
A rotator.
But it's the singlet, mate, and it's the rotator.
Yeah,
and the thing is, rotator got more help than Reardon did, and his teammates put it up. ML Rowe had a nice little number.
Yep.
I think that's how you pronounce it too. It's tricky.
Yep.
But yeah, more help and equal to W, and they're on the ropes.
Black Angels or Cats? Come on, if you're going back them now, young
Black
man.
Angels, I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. Can't do it.
Okay.
They'll win.
Fair enough. The other big game in D1 men, of course, was Warrnambool and Whittlesea. Now, Whittlesea have done nothing wrong. I reckon they've had a great season at basis.
Flawless, near flawless.
I'll tell you what, they've just come up against the perfect team at the wrong end of the season, haven't they?
I know. And look, I feel for them, but the Seahawks are absolutely barnstorming, and they've just gone bang straight through Greenland in 20 and 20.
Double.
Tim Gainey 9 and 12,
Yep.
but my favourite. Mind you, Nathan Sobey didn't play well in finals.
None of 11 from downtown, Sobey. That won't happen again.
No, it might. He didn't play that well in finals last year either. Anyway.
What, can't play finals? Is that what you're saying? No good in finals, Sobey?
Well, he got caught.
You're grabbing for your neck again, are you?
Yeah, maybe a little bit sore,
Oh,
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Bobby Cunningham wound back the clock.
Love it.
21 points, 8 boards, 5 dimes. What do you want? What do you want?
Sobey will smash him this week, by the way. Seahawks or Pacers?
I'm liking the Seahawks to finish the sweep.
And I think they will. D1 women, Mildura 55, got over Hawthorn 51. Vanessa Power 24 points, did this one on her own. Amanda Hedricks, as we said, looks like a serious knee injury. I'll tell you what, Mildura might be one up, and I really thought that he would have a great final series, ads. Hedricks looked like she's done, okay? From what I'm hearing, Therese Sadler will be going to the US this week, will not be playing this weekend. They could get up, the Magic. They could seriously get up with another 2 wins this weekend, but they have got to convert Hawthorn. You've got to put it away. 20 more shots than Mildura last week. You've got to nail your shots, girls.
And this comes down to I think it would have been a little bit different if Hawthorn had have started shooting a little bit better.
Yep.
They shot at 12.5% in the first quarter and only scoring 4 points.
Oh, good enough.
And this is true. If Amanda's gone
This is
down...
disgraceful. That's an awful shooting performance.
And if Amanda has gone down with a serious knee injury, I think it's going to be a little bit too tough for Vanessa. She's a great player and she can do it all, but to have all that weight on her back, I think Hannah Lowe will step up. She's experienced, she's been through finals before. I think she'll step up and have a great...
The soldiers falling around her, mate.
And so, speaking of soldiers, how did the Gladiator go last week?
She had a good game. She had 17 and 17.
The Gladiator, love it. The other big game in D1 women,
That's Georgia's stop.
It is 73, defeated Altona 63. Stacey Barr 39 points. It wasn't enough for Altona to get up. Holly Green 25 and 11. Kate Saul 11 and 25. Green, that's G-R-E-E-N-E, by the way.
On the end.
Last 2 games, she's gone for 50 points, 30 rebounds, 10 assists. She is on fire at the moment. Mermaids 9 of 14 from the foul line in the last quarter.
What's wrong with that?
Now, I'm going to call Altona out here because I've said it a million times already this season. Girls, Stacey Barr cannot do the whole bloody job on her own. Someone else has to stand up this weekend and score. Do something. Deliver, because if you don't, you're gone.
There's no one there,
and I was right when I said last week I actually saw Stacey Barr play. She had a bit of a quiet game. She's probably saving herself so she could come out and shoot 39.
Nice tactic.
But
Didn't
it's
work
true.
though, they lost.
No, but it's true. But players like Louise Johnson really need to step up.
Someone's got to step up
if they're going to make the grand final.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
Yep.
Speaking of grand finals, Horsham are just 1 win away. All Pickers and the boys have to do is smash McKinnon, drag him down, belt him, slap this man between the ears like there's no tomorrow. Let's find out if they can do it. Let's get the great man on the phone right now. Well, Ads has departed us. She's gone down to find some cotton. Something to do with your comments earlier on in the show. We're going to catch up. We're going to catch up with the great man, the great man from Horsham. I'll tell you what, Horsham has officially stopped this week. There's no farming. The cows, they're all full. There's milk spilling out everywhere. The potatoes aren't being dug up. All of Horsham has come to a standstill, and the great man Tim Picket joins us on the phone. Pickers, well done, mate.
Thank you, guys. How are you?
Oh, mate, we're all right. You must be just beside yourself. Fancy going up to Mildura, a 41-point turnaround from last time you played them. You guys must have just gone right off.
Oh, yeah, we just quiet the crowd for a start. That was the main thing we wanted to do, and yeah, we just took care of business, and yeah, it was actually quite a surprise to win by 17.
Well, mate, I think the surprise inside that is who's going to take credit for shutting Jermaine Williams down to his lowest score of the season?
I think I can do that.
Oh, that was all you, mate. All Tim Picket.
I knew that was coming. You guys teamed that up, didn't you?
Well, the guys said during the week, they were like, we didn't have a proper matchup for him. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll do the job. And he sort of had a bit of an off night, which was nice for us. But yeah, I did a decent job, I think.
You take credit, mate.
Mate, I've got to tell you that the young man sitting next to me, when he heard that Horsham had got up and defeated Mildura, he quite calmly and clearly and loudly shouted out in front of all of his teammates down at Warrandyte, "Hey boys, we're gonna make it through to the grand final.
Oh, I did not say that. I didn't say that.
That's all right. He can say that. That's all right.
I didn't say it for the record, Tim. Should see his face. No, I said it was more of an absolute surprise, to be honest, because look, you guys scraped into finals, and now all of a sudden you're in this position. Is it kind of surreal? Like, did you have this sort of plans at pre-season?
Well, the plan in pre-season, we set a goal just to make finals, and we, as you said, we scraped in the finals, which was nice. But to get past Mildura, who have probably been the top two teams all year, I sort of still can't believe we beat them down in Mildura, especially. So yeah, we've got a big game against you guys this week. So
hey, Pickers,
plenty of work to do.
Pickers. Be 100% honest with us, mate. No crap on this show. You know that we are straight-faced all the time right here. You seriously gave yourself no chance against Mildura, did you? You thought it would just be a Saturday night game, get on the bus, head home with the boys, few beers, kiss the season goodbye, focus on 2012. Seriously.
Not at all. I was actually very confident playing those guys. First time we played them, we missed 3 of our starting 5 and we lost by 24. But to bring in 2 big guys who hadn't played against them before, I was quietly confident. But yeah, as I said before, to win by as much as we did, that surprised me a lot.
Hey, it was one of the key tactics to take Jacob Zock down because he got fouled out, only played 9 minutes, the big fella. He's a big fella.
Yeah, I didn't know he was fouled out. I thought he got subbed down, but it was pretty funny actually. It was sort of a physical game for first 2 quarters, and then it sort of tamed down a bit.
So what are you going to do to stop us though, Tim? Because we just had a good win, and you guys had a good win. We're both on some momentum now. What do you got to do to take down the Cougs?
Oh, I don't have to tell you, do I? If you go off there, I can tell the other 2.
Fair enough.
Hey, seriously, is Callum Chambers any sort of worry to the Horsham army at all?
Not at all.
I agree.
I've got a scouting sheet, and his name isn't even on it. So.
Don't worry.
Hey, can you believe that last year you didn't win a legitimate game for the season? You tried to cheat and get one, but you didn't win one. You didn't win one legitimately. This season, if you put the 2 conferences together after round 18, pound for pound win-loss, you actually finished 9th and shouldn't be in the top 8. But anyway, you're there. All of a sudden, mate, you're down to the last 4. You come down to Melbourne this week, and let me be honest, in front of Cal. If Horsham can beat Mildura in Mildura, they can bloody well beat McKinnon down here in Melbourne.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you. If you guys get up, you're in the grand final, mate.
I know, that's the thing I can't believe. As you said from last year when we apparently cheated to win a game, that was the only game we won all year. But yeah, to be only 1 win away from a grand final, it's unbelievable. So hopefully we can get it, because our crowd, our town just loves basketball here. So they're right behind us now. So we just want one more win and we go to the grand final, and these guys are going get right behind us. So
Yeah.
it's good. It's a good feeling to be in a country town right now.
Yeah. Hey, Pickers, Kidell Evans comes back into Australia. There'll be thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people lining the streets at the airport, in the city of Melbourne, everywhere. When you pulled back into Horsham at about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, into the Horsham International Bus Depot, was there millions of people waiting for you?
We usually get dropped out in front of the pub, so there's usually people lining up to get in the pubs.
Straight off the bus, the boys went and celebrated. Hey, well done, mate. No doubt for mine. For mine, upset of the season.
Easily.
And it came at the best possible time for Horsham. Well done to the farmers. We love them up there.
Yeah.
Best of luck
Big
this
fans.
week, because I've got to be honest with you, as soon as that phone goes off, mate, the man beside me will continue to absolutely belittle Horsham like there's no tomorrow. He doesn't give you guys a chance.
That's all right. He can keep saying that, as I said, but just bring your game Saturday night, Carl, and we'll see who wins.
Let's do it. Let's do it, mate.
Nice work. Good on you, Pickers.
Okay, no worries.
See you,
mate.
mate.
See ya.
Out.
Well, Timmy Pickett's gone. Great, man. I mean, that was fantastic, wasn't it?
You gotta love Tim Picket.
Oh.
Nothing to hate about him.
Got the young lady back. I'll tell you what, if Horsham win this week against McKinnon,
Yep.
I'm going to milk a cow on next week's show. I'm putting the farmer's hat on. I'm officially becoming a farmer. I'm going to go out and milk a cow next week on the show.
Are Keysborough getting their slab?
Keysborough get nothing, mate. Keysborough
you
got
won't
their
milk-
slab. Keysborough got their slab from me. What
So
are you
you're
talking
gonna milk
about?
a fake cow?
What's Keysborough got to do with it?
You can, because it was a promise you made.
And I gave him a slab.
Yeah. So you're gonna milk a fake cow?
I'm going to milk a cow
You're
on
gonna milk
next week's show if Horsham beat McKinnon. I'm going to love it. Grab those teats, love it. Hey, D2 men, let's have a look at the results from last week. They were knockout finals. Horsham 74 got up over Mildura 57. Jay Will smashed down the size, only 6 points, his worst performance of the season. Well done to Horsham. We've sung their praises already.
Yeah, no, fantastic. But the gauntlet's been thrown down. Bring it on, Horsham. We're ready to go and get the win.
Well,
Fighting words.
yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah.
We're up and about. We're already disposed of the venom, so
He's a lover,
Horsham's
not a
next.
fighter. Lover, not a fighter. McKinnon 79 defeated Warrandyte 67. Tron Smith popped his shoulder start of the second quarter. Bad injury, not good for him. He sat down for a while. I'll tell you what, brave though, came back in the last quarter, tried to get him across the line. That is brave stuff.
It was brave. Timo got him pretty good, I think, and but Tron did come back to it. Yeah, it was, and he came back, and but I wouldn't say that the reason that we won was because Tron was out. I think
you guys played great.
You can only play what a team
played
puts on the
great.
floor.
I think we would have beaten you anyway.
Shooting percentage, very, very good for McKinnon. You guys were on fire, no doubt.
Yeah.
Simon Hughes looked
pretty
underdone.
good.
6 and 6 for the game. He'd been out for a month.
Yeah, I can call him Shrek now.
There you go. Told you you'd been bagging him off here, didn't I?
No, he was struggling. He's obviously hadn't played for a while, so.
Camberwell 83 defeated Keilor 57. Disappointing season for Keilor. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. They thought they were D1 men's material.
Pre-season, they wrote articles about what we said in the
thought-
local paper.
They thought D2 men wasn't up to their level. They should have been going up. It was below their level, and
it's actually above their level.
well, in the end, they haven't made it, have they? And I think they've had a disappointing season. So well done to the Dragons. They're up and firing at the moment. Of course, the Vulture was leading the way once again, and they look all right, Camberwell.
Yeah, no, they're a very good outfit. I would, although Blackburn were impressive, and we'll get to that in a moment, Camberwell for me are looking like the favourites so far.
Matty Duke's all right in that game, but the Thunder shot at only 28%.
That ain't getting it done.
No, never going to get it done. Blackburn defeated Keysy 74 to 66.
Wow.
Keysborough were 12 points up in this game with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Blackburn then went on an amazing 34-12 run in the last 11 minutes. Luke Solomon, 7 trays, 23 points for the game, was awesome. Cromarty, he just sneaks up on you, 16 and 14, and it just didn't look like it was his game.
He's kind of like a Platters like that a little bit. But I think what's funny is, well, it's not funny for Keysborough, because they led for 35 minutes out of 40.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but you know what I found?
Oh, hello. What did you find?
I was domestic.
I don't know what was going on here. Everyone's pointing fingers.
I was coaching at Fair Hills, Blackburn's home court.
Yep.
After the game, went to the toilet and I saw like tape on the ground. There's just shambles. It was Keysborough's old ex room.
Right.
And I found this on the ground. This is Nathan.
Amongst other things in the toilet.
Nathan votes game notes.
Ooh.
Yeah, game plan.
Ooh, give us some guys. Here we go.
There's just one I'd like to point out.
I haven't seen this. This is great.
It's a defensive and offensive thing for each player.
These are actually quite good scouting notes,
I know.
to be honest.
These are fair income, by the way. Who's this for?
This was for Oyster.
Okay.
We cannot let Luke Solomon get uncontested shots. He can hit the three and he'll also look to penetrate. So that didn't work, did it?
Oh, jeez, I'll tell you what. Harsh.
Didn't work.
That was written and authorised by Callum Chambers, by the way. I had nothing to do with it.
Everything else is
nothing. Knockout prelims coming up in D2 Men. McKinnon against Horsham, young lady.
Yes.
Who do you think will win? And it's a long drive to McKinnon, by the way.
I think Sleek House.
Come on. Why are you going to win? It's a long drive. Why are you going to win?
Because we're prepared for him. We're deeper and we've got Axel Dent.
Man, I'm looking forward to milking some cows next week, let me tell you. Blackburn and Camberwell. I think the eventual title holder may come from this game.
Oh,
come on, who's going to win and
I disagree
why?
with you on that.
Who's going to win and why?
I think Campbell will win it. Blackburn are reasonably streaky. Their best patch is the best in the league, but they don't play it for the full 40 minutes. Campbell are very consistent, and I think they'll nab them in single digits.
If McKinnon gets through, do you rate any of them, Blackburn and Campbell? Do you rate them at all? You don't?
Oh, no.
You don't rate them. D2
rate
women, Blackburn, 61 defeated Western Port, 47. No doubt the Vikings weren't happy with us last week. We called them out, and they got up and got a win. Good on them. We've delivered again, Ads.
Sorry.
And this seems to be happening. Oh.
No, keep going.
Sorry, you don't want to talk about the women's game?
No, I've got a story.
Oh, the women's game's okay to talk
I heard
about.
Kendall Raby out the front of Fairhill saying, "Did you see what they said about Big V TV?" when I was walking past. And I'm like, "Oh, this is awkward."
Is that your story?
That's it.
Yeah, great. Good on you. Go on, Ads.
We've called a lot of teams out this year and they've always delivered, so it's good to get a mention on here.
Good on them. Western Port only shot at 20% in that game. Lauren Cooper held to 3 points and 6 rebounds in 36 minutes. Coop's worst game of the season. Surely that won't happen this weekend.
No, I don't see her having stats like that again. But Steph Kennett has been a bit of a shining light for the Vikings, having some good games at the end of the season and coming into the finals.
Vikings or Steelers?
I think the Vikings have too much experience with Beck, Nathan, and girls that have been playing for a while. I think they'll come out and be winners.
Lauren Hoare.
Keilor, 74, defeated Coburg, 64. The Giants, the young Giants, they were great in the first half here. Only 4 points down at half time. 50 turnovers in the game, so it was scrappy. Coburg shot at just 40%. 40% from the foul line. Corinne DeFarrant, the thief, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, 5 trays. She was great. But Carla Maver, 20 points and 4 trays. And I'll tell you what, the Thunder look like they're on the way to a grand final.
Yeah, all I can say is fee, fi, fo, fum. If
I like it.
Coburg Giants were any chance of knocking off Keilor, like some people think they should have done it at the home court to get game 1, but they're not going to come close anymore.
Absolute lack of respect going on to my right at the moment. He doesn't like women's basketball. He doesn't like us talking about women's basketball. That's a lack of respect, young man.
Playing race.
No, that's a lack of respect. And I'll tell you what,
agree, that's a lack of
it
respect.
is.
Have you played race? Terrible.
I listened to you talk about your competition and that, and now you do that for women.
That's ridiculous.
That's horrible.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's great to see that Kat Black actually stepped up, and also Michelle Reid was pulling down some great rebounds for her team this year.
That was awesome. Good rebounding.
State Youth Champ 1 men, Diamond Valley 72 up over Melbourne 68 in OT. And I'll tell you what, the game splits in this even first quarter, even second quarter, DV by 4 in the third, Melbourne by 4 in the fourth, DV by 4 in overtime. What a great game.
These guys have got a real rivalry going after last season's grand finalists. DV got him again. I think from the foul line, Tigers choked it up a little bit, unfortunately.
41%, 12 of 29.
Another instance, unfortunately, but DV had 5 players in double digits. Kanzak was held to at 10 points, but I think it was a team effort.
Can I just grab your phone because I need to play Penguin
That's
Sailor.
really rude, Ads.
Sorry.
All
I
right,
just wanted to play Penguin Sailor.
Penguin Sailor.
Come on, I'm in a bloody kindergarten. Can we just get the show done?
Mika Silva played really well again, 16 and 18. Uzalak had 23, but I think that it's going to go, despite it going back to
DV or Melbourne?
DV are going to win. You want to ask me?
Ringwood 102 defeated Waverley 56, smashed them 62-29 second half. Waverley shot at 31% from the foul line, 4 of 13. That is pathetic.
You know, it's all about Matty Snowball. He's an absolute
great
superstar.
Player.
37 points. He hit 8 trays. A real leader on the court.
And he really was a true leader on the floor. Being able to bring the ball up the court. When Waverley got in some people's faces, Matty was there to stand up. He was a true leader.
Well, he's got a bit of experience. There's no
That's right. 250 games.
Yep. Ringwood or Waverley?
Ringwood to finish the sweep here. Snowball probably drop another 30 odd.
Yeah, I think he will too.
He'll play well.
State youth champ women.
He'll probably get some dimes as well.
4 games, 4 knockouts. No assist in that game, by the way. Can you believe that?
What?
No assist. Ringwood scored 100 zillion points and there was no assist recorded. What's going on there?
They're just a bunch of individuals, aren't they?
State youth champ women. Check out the stats. I'm not lying. Melbourne 70 defeated Geelong.
They told you not to say that.
Oh, did they? 31-15 first half. Courtney Gaze and Bianca Babic both very good in that game.
Yeah, very true. And with the game being actually changed to Geelong's home court, I thought this might have been the extra advantage that Geelong may have needed to get the win over the Cats. But unfortunately, we only shoot 15 points in the half. Against a quality team like Melbourne, you're not going to get that win.
The Sailor 21-17 in that game.
Is that the Penguin Sailor?
The Penguin Sailor. Diamond Valley 82 defeated Altona 43, 36-13 first half. Altona shot at 23%, 30 turnovers. Jay Childs 22 points. No Gator in double figures. Hopefully Altona at least learn a couple of lessons there for next season.
And then that's great for them. They've got the experience of actually playing in finals going forward when they're building their squad.
The big one is state youth champ women. Waverley 57 defeated Bulleen 56. Lucky escape for the Falcons. They shot at 33% from the foul line. Terrible stuff. Well done, Bulleen. They nearly pulled off a big upset.
Yeah, on paper, I think everyone would have thought that Waverley were the better team with the players and the consistency that they had for the season. But with the form that Matt Paps has actually put the Boomers in coming off the last couple of rounds, it was planned out how it should. A really good finals game.
Eltham 77 defeated Ringwood 64. Check this out. The Hawks up 20-6. 20-6 at quarter time. 13 fouls called on Ringwood in the second half. 13 fouls, believe it or not. Eltham went 14 of 25 from the foul line. Sorry, in the second quarter, not the second half. Went 14 of 25 from the foul line in the second quarter. Amazing.
And I guess this is a game that shows you like finals are different. Each quarter is different. First quarter was all about Ringwood. They came out really strong. The second quarter was all about Eltham. But one thing that Ringwood did do really, really well was kept Amy Cook really quiet. She only had 6 boards for the young insider.
Well, it didn't matter. You're out.
Yeah, I know, but...
See you later.
Knockout prelims, Melbourne and Eltham.
Melbourne and Eltham.
Who's going to win?
I think Melbourne will win this game.
And the team that you don't rate adds Diamond Valley up against Waverley.
Oh!
It's not that I don't rate them.
You said they're going to be the biggest disappointment of the finals.
That's what I heard.
Well, honestly do. They've got to actually show now that they can actually go through a season undefeated. I think Waverley will be too tough.
Can we just put it on record as saying that Diamond Valley were wrapped with those comments last weekend? They were really happy.
They probably won't, but everyone's got their own opinion and that's mine.
Right. Yours is wrong.
They have state youth champ men too. Let's finish it all off.
Are we going to finish, are we?
Yeah, we've got to get out of here. This is ridiculous. Coburg 90 defeated Cranbourne 72. Coburg has won their last 4. They're up against Whittlesea this week. They lost to them by 22 last time. Well done. 26 fouls, by the way, called in the last quarter of this game.
He's hacking it up in the last quarter. But Nathan Marsh absolutely has these guys rolling. They play with passion. That's upsetting. Kai Tanter had 20 points for the Coburg. Matt Walker had 23 and 14. But I think next time Whittlesea, when they play Coburg, it's going to be a lot closer than the 22 points it was last time.
Killer won their first game in 5 and they got up over Craigieburn.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Is that all you got to say, or do I have to do the rest of it?
I can't read the rest of us. I think it's wrong that our production team are actually taping this week's show wearing nothing. I don't think that's right.
But I've been trying to just keep it together, but it's just...
can't do that. Is there anything about this game?
Yeah, Michael Pino. Keilor finally snapped their skid. Michael Pino was the offensive target they needed. Keilor play Werribee next week, and Werribee will send them on their way, and Whittlesea will send Coburg on theirs.
Okay, so there it is. Let's get out of here. Week 2 coming up in the finals this weekend. This show has officially been a disgrace this week. We should all be ashamed of ourselves.
Hey, just before we should cut, we should just turn around and say it was great to see most of the teams wearing the yellow band and supporting
absolutely.
Yes, serious. Right, thanks for that. Thanks for the
plug. That was really great to see most of the teams getting involved.
Well done. Good luck this week, ads, and I hope someone absolutely Cotton Parade, Cal. See you next week.